the storyline or narrative around, I think it would have been a big deal if France and Thierry Henry won gold, but they just fell short. Does this put any damper on Thierry Henry as a coach? I personally don't think it does. Again, because
if you didn't want him as a coach, the answer is yes.
Okay,
because now you have an evidence. If you wanted him as a coach, I think you also have evidence that he does make a good coach. Or certainly he's developed further as a coach than when we last saw him as a head coach or manager.
I thought the comeback against Egypt says a lot, and I thought that was like mentality and coaching, and I thought that was a great...
You know what else says that to me? The way they celebrate together. That you would if you showed me the celebrations when the players are dancing and having a good time with Thierry Henry and edging, egging him on to get in the celebrations even more. You could have told me that was the goal-winning team, and I would have believed you.
Yeah,
and that says something because go back to that clip that became very famous of him on the sidelines during the COVID run at Montreal when they were playing in Orlando all the games, and he's yelling at all the players. You see a coach that doesn't have maybe that best relationship with the players, that hasn't found a way to bond with players. And it's tough
he was doing the why are you making that pass?
Yeah.
Like the
do you know Central? Well, then do Central. That clip,
which is great. It's like you mic'd them up on the wrong day.
Could you not have done it during maybe a training session? But I can speak from a slightly different perspective because I've had the opportunity to speak to him. Mm-hmm. I've had the opportunity to ask him questions about this stuff on a personal level. And, he's been very open about it on podcasts and other shows he's done. He felt like he needed to find a way to bond with players more and develop as a human being. And to a degree, like, if those are the questions you had, right, you can't take away the buzz and the clout that comes with his name, right? If you want to grow the sport of soccer in this country, hiring a Thierry Henry, regardless of what happens on the pitch, you could probably do worse, okay?
Of course.
Did he show you that tactically he has the ability to coach a team better than what the sum of their parts came in as? I think he showed you that.
Yeah.
And two, can he bond with players? Can he find a way to make players better than they are and not just expect them all to be Thierry? And like the story of him, in Red Bull when I forgot what podcast it was. It was Bradley Wright Phillip and maybe Connor Lade. We're talking about it's too tight, and he goes up and shows you it's not too tight. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, bro, not everyone is Thierry Henry. They would have been playing at Barcelona, not New York Red Bulls. So the fact that he now I think understands that and has the ability to connect with players and get them to be 30% better than they were, the way Arsene Wenger got him to be 30%, 40%, 50% better than he was, that's the magic sauce. That's the secret sauce. Now that he has that, I think he's proven to some people those questions. If you have those questions, I think now you're like, okay, maybe I'll accept him as a manager more. The only thing is you can say, all right, maybe he tactically didn't figure it out perfectly in a final, and you can hold that against him. The run they had, though, if I'm looking at it from a bird's eye view, I'm saying, I think he proved a lot of people wrong.
I think so, too. Look, overall, I think France probably should win this game. They had unbelievable chances. If the goalkeeper for Spain doesn't make some of the stops that he does, they're probably winning this game, or maybe it goes to penalties or whatever.
If France were to maybe get all the players they wanted, even though every team deals with that,
France were remarkable. I mean, even in this game, it's just like they gave up. Look, they gave up the
terrible time for Lacazette to have a bad game.
Yeah, and then the last goal was just like they sent all the numbers forward, and
it is what it is.
The throw from the goalkeeper was just like what it is. But I thought they were overall. Again, if you just look at it on paper and you just look at the stats without the score, it looks like France probably won this game. I mean, we're looking at 30 total shots, 11 on target. But
it's crazy.
They also 19 shots that they gave up and 8 on target.
It was back and forth. This was a fun match to watch.
A crazy game. So it just sort of felt like the team was a little top heavy. When it came to playing against some of the much more skilled countries. I mean, France played the U.S. and we all saw the result.
Yeah, and I don't think any decision Thierry Henry made is the reason they lost.
I agree,
and that to me is like, all right, this none of the fault lies at his.
Spain were better on the day. Yeah, that's how I took it, but.